Have you ever heard a clock ticking in complete silence? Not the one on the wall, but the one inside your chest, the one you forget is even there, until it falters. Now imagine this. You're 61, maybe 65. You wake up, stretch, and go about your morning just like any other day. Coffee in hand, a glance at the news, maybe a slow stroll to the mailbox. You feel fine. You even tell yourself, I'm doing all right for my age. Then one morning, without warning, you feel a strange pressure in your chest. Not pain. Exactly, just pressure. Like something's wrong but not urgent. So you brush it off, you say, I'm just tired. Didn't sleep well, I'll be fine. By the time you decide to do something about it, it's too late. That clock inside your chest, the one keeping time for you since the day you were born, has stopped ticking. Now here's the part no one wants to say out loud. There is something millions of people over 60 are doing every single day, often without even realizing it, and it is silently damaging their heart every single day. And if you're watching this video, you deserve to know the truth, because it could save your life or the life of someone you deeply love. Before we go further, we kindly ask you to take a moment to subscribe to Elderly Health Path. This channel exists for one reason: to protect your health, extend your life, and give you hope through truth, science, and stories that matter. If even one video keeps one person alive longer or happier, then it's worth it. So, please hit that button. It means more than you know. Now let's talk about what this one thing is that people over 60 often do, sometimes every day, often without a second thought. It's sitting, but not just sitting, prolonged inactive sitting for hours without movement, without breaks, day after day. The modern-day silent killer. It may sound simple, even harmless. After all, what's so dangerous about sitting? But the science is clear and devastating. According to a landmark study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, older adults who sit for more than 6 hours a day have a significantly increased risk of heart disease and even premature death, even if they exercise later in the day. It's not just about how much exercise you get, it's about how much time your body spends completely still. The human heart was not built for long periods of motionlessness. Let me tell you the story of Arthur, a retired math teacher from Leeds, UK. Arthur was 67. After retiring, he enjoyed his peaceful routine, reading the paper in the morning, watching cricket in the afternoon, and finishing the day with a movie and his cat on his lap. He walked twice a week, ate relatively well, and went for his regular checkups. But Arthur spent an average of 9 hours a day sitting, uninterrupted. One afternoon, while watching television, he collapsed from a massive heart attack. No prior warning, no high blood pressure, no smoking history. Just one moment he was there. And the next, gone. His wife later learned from doctors that the lack of circulation from prolonged sitting had contributed to years of silent build-up in his arteries, calcification, stiffening, plaque. His heart had to work harder every day, until it finally couldn't anymore. Arthur's story is heartbreaking, but it's not rare. In Germany, a 2022 study from the University of Leipzig tracked over 8,000 individuals aged 60 and older. They found that sitting for more than 7 hours daily was linked to a 32% higher risk of developing heart failure, independent of diet, weight, or genetics. This phenomenon has been given a chilling nickname by researchers: sitting disease. And it's not just about the heart. It impacts the brain, lungs, metabolism, and even your emotional well-being. But here's the good news: it's entirely preventable. Dr. David Dunstan, a leading researcher in sedentary behavior from Australia, puts it this way: the solution isn't just more exercise, it's breaking up your sitting time. Stand up every 30 minutes, take short walks, do light chores, move. Let's pause here for a second. Think about your daily routine. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, how many hours do you spend sitting? Breakfast, television, reading, computer, lunch, more sitting, dinner, maybe some light TV before bed. You might not notice it, but the clock inside your chest does. Every minute you sit still, your circulation slows, your muscles relax, blood sugar levels begin to rise, fat metabolism slows, and inflammation, the quiet enemy of the arteries, begins to brew. Over time, these little choices lead to big consequences. In France, a 2019 analysis of 25,000 seniors found that those who sat for prolonged periods each day had 42% more calcium deposits in their coronary arteries than those who stood and walked frequently throughout the day. Now imagine this inside your own body, your arteries, once flexible and clean, gradually hardening and narrowing like clogged pipes. Your heart, once efficient and rhythmic, working overtime to pump blood through vessels that resist. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens while you read, while you watch, while you sit, and know. Standing desks alone won't solve the problem, nor will 1 hour at the gym make up for 10 hours of sitting. It's about frequency. It's about rhythm. It's about respecting the needs of your aging body. Your heart was built to move, and when you don't move, your heart suffers. Now let's bring some hope into this picture, because it's never too late. In Canada, a study published in 2021 observed elderly participants who introduced simple 3-minute movement breaks every 30 minutes of sitting. In just 8 weeks, they recorded lower blood pressure, improved glucose levels, and most importantly, a boost in mood and energy. One man named Roberto, aged 72, from Milan, said it best, "I didn't know standing up and walking to the window every half hour could do so much for my heart, until I felt it." And here's a little-known fact. Every time you stand up, your leg muscles activate a biological pump that helps push blood back toward your heart. It's like giving your heart a short break, helping it do its job with less strain. The science is simple, but the impact is profound. Let me share one more story. Margaret, a 69-year-old grandmother from Ontario, was diagnosed with early-stage heart disease 2 years ago. Her doctor asked her to walk more and sit less. But it wasn't easy. Her knees hurt. She had little motivation. She felt tired all the time. Then one day she placed a small sticky note on her TV screen. Stand every 30 minutes. That little reminder changed everything. She started standing during commercials, marching in place while boiling tea, folding laundry standing up instead of sitting, making phone calls while walking slowly around her house. In 6 months, her follow-up results shocked her doctor. Lower blood pressure, improved heart rhythm, better sleep. Even her mood was brighter. Margaret smiled and said, "I never thought something so small could give me so much of my life back." If you're watching this and thinking, "Well, I'm too old, the damage is already done," please hear this. Every heartbeat you have left is precious and worth protecting. You don't need to run marathons. You don't need fancy gym memberships. You just need to move. To honor the beautiful machinery inside you, the heart that's worked so hard for you every second of your life. So what can you do starting today? Stand up right now. Yes, really. Pause this video and stand. Stretch your arms. Roll your shoulders. March in place for 30 seconds. Feel that. That's your blood waking up. Your heart thanking you. Now make a promise to yourself. Every 30 minutes of sitting you will stand, even if just for a minute. Every bit counts. Drink a glass of water standing. Up. Take your phone calls on your feet. Look out the window and breathe deeply. Use reminders, timers, notes, whatever it takes. Your future self, your children, your grandchildren will thank you for every small step you take today. Before we end, remember this. Heart disease isn't just about what you eat or how old you are. It's about what you do every single day with the time and body you have. Let's not let sitting steal our years. Let's move toward life, toward joy, toward breath. If this video touched your heart, please subscribe to Elderly Health Path. We're building a community of wisdom, healing, and strength, one truth at a time. Your health journey matters, and we want to walk it with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring about yourself. And thank you for giving your heart the movement it needs to keep ticking strong and steady for many beautiful years to come. They say wisdom comes with age, that with every gray hair, every wrinkle comes another lesson learned. But what if, hidden quietly inside your daily routine, inside the rhythm of your life, there's a habit so common, so seemingly innocent, yet slowly destroying the very thing that keeps you alive, your heart? And what if you're doing it right now? Before we go any further, take a deep breath. Place your hand on your chest. Feel that beat. That rhythm has been with you since before. You took your first breath, it's still with you now, and it wants to keep going for years to come. But there's one thing many people over the age of 60 do every single day that pushes that heartbeat closer and closer to failure. This isn't about smoking. It's not even about junk food. It's something even more common. Sitting. Yes, sitting. For too long, for too often, for too many hours without movement. You may be thinking, I'm just resting. What's the harm? After all, sitting is peaceful. It's relaxing. You've earned it. But the truth is, prolonged sitting is one of the most dangerous daily habits after 60 and one of the most underestimated threats to your heart health. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that adults who sat for more than 6 hours a day had a 34% greater risk of developing heart failure, even when they exercised regularly. Let that sink in. Even if you exercise, long periods of sitting undo many of the benefits. You see, when you sit for hours, blood flow slows down. The large muscles in your legs, the natural pumps that help circulate blood, go to sleep. Your metabolism slows, your arteries begin to stiffen, and inflammation quietly builds up inside your body. And over time, your heart has to work harder. Much harder. In Italy, doctors at the University of Padua tracked heart scans of elderly patients who spent more than 8 hours a day seated. The scans revealed clear signs of early-stage cardiovascular damage, even in people who had no previous symptoms. But here's where it gets more personal. Meet Harold. He's 68, retired, and living peacefully in Birmingham. For 40 years, he worked long shifts as a bus driver. After retirement, he kept a quiet routine: morning paper, afternoon television, and evenings in his recliner watching old westerns. One day, during a routine checkup, his doctor noticed elevated blood pressure and unusual heart rhythms. Harold was shocked. He didn't smoke, he didn't drink. He even walked once or twice a week. But what Harold didn't realize was this: he was sitting for 10 to 12 hours a day. His doctor called it a sitting-induced heart strain, a condition becoming alarmingly common in men and women over 60. The term researchers now use is sitting disease. It may sound dramatic, but it's real. Sitting for long hours every day can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, poor cholesterol levels, and high blood pressure, all of which increase your risk for heart disease, stroke, and sudden cardiac arrest. In Germany, cardiologists at the University of Freiburg analyzed over 15,000 seniors. The ones with the least daily movement, even if they appeared thin and healthy, had up to 2 times the risk of coronary artery blockage compared to their more active peers. So how much sitting is too much? Experts agree. Any sitting longer than 30 minutes without a break begins to impact your circulation negatively. That's the warning sign. That's the point where damage begins, even if you feel perfectly fine. Think of it like this: every half hour you sit, imagine a slow drop of pressure being added to your heart. Drop after drop after drop. But here's the hopeful part. It's also the easiest habit to fix. Small actions matter more than you think. Stand up every 30 minutes. Walk around your house, stretch your arms. Take your phone calls while walking. Water your plants. March in place for 1 minute during commercial breaks. These moments of movement do more than wake your muscles. They reset your circulation, improve your metabolism, lower your blood sugar, and give your heart the break it desperately needs. There's even fascinating evidence from France, where a study at the University of Lyon showed that just 2 minutes of light walking every 30 minutes of sitting improved arterial flexibility and lowered heart risk by 26% in adults aged 60-75, 2 minutes. That's all it takes to change the direction of your heart's future. Let me tell you about Elise. She's 72, living in Marseille, and loves to knit and read. After her sister suffered a heart attack, Elise decided to make small changes. She set a timer on her phone to ring every 25 minutes. When it did, she stood up, sometimes just to walk to the kitchen and back, or to gaze out the window at the garden. Within 3 months, her blood pressure dropped. She felt more energetic and, most surprising of all, her chronic fatigue faded. When her cardiologist asked what she changed, she simply replied, "I stopped. Sitting still so long. That's all. If you've made it this far in the video, take this moment to stand up. Yes, right now, your heart will thank you. And if this message resonates with you, if it's touched a nerve or sparked a desire to protect the life inside your chest, we gently invite you to subscribe to Elderly Health Path. Our mission is to bring you stories, truth and healing that can extend your years, not just in length but in quality. Please subscribe and join this growing community of people who care, who believe that age is not a weakness, but a wisdom worth protecting. You don't need to fear the future, you just need to take care of the present. Stand more, move often, love your heart, because it's been loving you every day since the very beginning. Have you ever wondered how something so small, so ordinary, could slowly chip away at your health, until one day, without warning, your heart simply gives out? Not because of a major event, not because of a heart attack in the traditional sense, but because of a slow, quiet daily mistake, one that millions of people over 60 make without ever realizing its danger. If you're over 60 or love someone who is, this message could truly save a life. And if it speaks to your heart today, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel, Elderly Health Path. We're here to guide you toward a healthier, longer and more meaningful life, one truthful video at a time. Now let's talk about this one common mistake. You may not notice it happening. It starts after retirement, or after the kids have moved out, or after the pace of life slows down. It's that moment when you start eating meals alone, watching shows alone, sitting quietly for hours. Days blend into each other. The phone rings less, the front door stays closed, and slowly you begin to isolate. Yes, the mistake is isolation, emotional, physical and social isolation. And it is one of the most dangerous and underestimated threats to your heart. It's not just a mental health concern. It's not just about feeling lonely or sad. It's a biological threat to your cardiovascular system. In 2023, researchers at Harvard Medical School published an alarming study showing that social isolation in adults over 60 increased the risk of heart disease and stroke by over 29%. And when combined with feelings of loneliness, that risk jumped to more than 40%. Why? Because human connection isn't just emotional, it's physiological. When you connect with others, when you laugh, touch, talk, listen, your body releases hormones like oxytocin and serotonin. These reduce blood pressure, improve circulation and stabilize your heart rhythm. But when you're alone for too long, stress hormones like cortisol begin to dominate. Blood vessels constrict. Blood pressure rises, inflammation increases. The heart starts beating harder but less efficiently. Over time it becomes exhausted. Let me tell you about William. He's 74, a retired school principal from Manchester, UK. After his wife passed away, William stayed in the house most days. His children lived far away. His friends grew fewer. He told himself, "I'm fine, I like being alone." But slowly he started feeling tired. Then came shortness of breath while walking. Then chest discomfort. When he finally went to his doctor, tests revealed that his heart was under enormous strain, not because of diet, not because of exercise, but due to chronic stress caused by long-term isolation. His doctor told him, "You're not just breaking your heart emotionally, your body is physically breaking down because of it." It's a chilling truth, isn't it? In Germany, a nationwide health survey found that socially isolated adults over 60 had a 33% greater risk of coronary artery disease regardless of their weight, cholesterol or fitness level. And in France, researchers from the Sorbonne University found that elderly patients who lived alone had significantly higher markers of arterial inflammation, a key contributor to heart failure and strokes. Now, here's the good news. The heart is resilient. It wants to recover. It wants to live. And reconnecting, even in small, simple ways, can begin healing the damage. In Australia, a senior centre launched a program encouraging elders to join weekly walking groups and tea circles. Just 2 hours a week of friendly interaction led to dramatic reductions in blood pressure and heart irregularities among participants. One woman, Lorraine, aged 70, said after just 3 weeks, "I didn't know how lonely I was. Until I felt connected again, I sleep better, I feel lighter, even my heart feels calmer." Let that sink in, her heart felt calmer. It's not always about medication or surgery. Sometimes it's about human connection. So, if you're watching this, ask yourself honestly, have you been withdrawing from life? Have you gone a full day or several without meaningful human interaction? Are your days quiet but not peaceful? If the answer is yes, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. Life can be difficult. Friends move away. Family grows distant. We lose people we love. But you mustn't let isolation take root, because once it does, it slowly starts to choke the life out of the body, silently, invisibly, until something breaks. Here's how to change that, starting today. Call one friend. Just one. Join a walking group or a local class even once a week. Volunteer at a local shelter, library or senior center. Wave to your neighbor. Chat with the cashier. Talk to the mail carrier. Every small interaction is a thread, and the more threads you weave, the stronger your heart becomes. And if mobility or illness makes leaving the house difficult, don't give up. There are online communities, video calls, digital classes. Even this channel, Elderly Health Path, exists to make you feel seen, heard, and supported. Please subscribe now so we can continue bringing you real stories, real science, and real hope. Together, we're building a path that leads not just to longer life, but to better life. Your heart deserves joy. It deserves laughter. It deserves presence. Let's not let quiet destroy what still beats so beautifully inside. You are not meant to fade into silence. You are meant to live, to love, to share, to connect, even after 60, especially after 60. So stand up, reach out. Let your heart be reminded that it's not alone. Because the most dangerous mistake you can make is believing that no one needs you anymore. We need you. The world still needs you. And your heart is still strong enough to love, to heal, and to carry you forward.